اعتقلني النظام 8 شهور لأنه طالبنا بالحرية. بعد 8 شهور من العذاب الجسدي.
ابني شهيد وزوجي شهيد وأنا معتقلة.
قبلته 3 أشهر بدير الزور. مورست علي أبشع أنواع العذاب
These Syrian women want their voices heard, but still need to keep their identities secret for their security. Since fleeing to southern Turkey, they have formed a group to help other former Syrian prisoners.
We were always hearing sounds of torture and fear, crying women, children, and also men, just as if it were Judgment Day.
Hanadi Hussein, now a 30-year-old mother of 2, used to participate in protests in and around Damascus in the early part of the uprising. She was arrested and held for 3 years in December 2012, just as the Syrian civil war erupted across the country. She agreed to go on camera for the first time to tell her story of what it was like to endure imprisonment in the Assad regime's notorious prison system.
An old man was dying, taking his last breath. The jailer called 9 women and asked us to step on his neck and kill him. It was torture for him and for us. How can we step on a dying man's neck and finish him? We were forced to step on him, and the jailer beat us with a stick when we refused.
Part of the torture in these prisons is being forced to kill or be killed, according to Amnesty International. In a report documenting the inhumanity at Sednaya prison in Damascus, prisoners are systematically starved, tortured, and then hanged 20 to 50 at a time. Human Rights Watch has also verified systemic torture and killings at other regime prisons. In Syria, now an international battleground for militants, rebel fighters, regimists, and global powers like the US, Russia, and Iran, little remains of these broken families.
My father didn't write about love stories or anything else. It was all the pain of the people and the Syrian street in a literal way.
Wissam Ibrahim Khirate's father was a well-known Syrian author who wrote newspaper and magazine articles critical of life under the regime, like food shortages.
On my first break, I go on my bike and buy the vegetables.
He reads his favorite passage from his father's essay called The Whirlpool from a small archive that remains online. The rest of his writing was destroyed when the family home was burned to the ground by Assad's militias soon after they killed his father and 2 of his brothers.
They cut up my father's fingers and executed him with 1 shot in the head, to the face in his eye. My younger brother Summer, an English literature graduate, when he saw my father executed like that, he started to resist and fight.
Because he was a well-known writer, Wissam's wife Dima says they cut up his fingers and put them in his pocket to further desecrate his body. Hundreds of thousands of Syrians have been killed in this conflict. Wissam and Dima are among the more than 6 million Syrians who fled the country. 8 years in, it looks unlikely that Bashar al-Assad will cede power anytime soon in this war that has already gone on 2 years longer than World War II. Courtney Kealy, Strait Talk.